Dear parents, I know you love your children so very much and you don't want them to go through any form of pain. But do you know that constantly protecting your children makes them weak? Yes, it makes them weak. It does not make them strong, it makes them weak. Dear parents, don't always run to rescue your child from situations and experiences they need to learn from. When you do this, you are preventing them from learning to be independent. You are preventing them from learning to be responsible. There's no how a child can be responsible when the child does not have experiences that will make him or her responsible. Welcome to another edition of Impactful Parenting Tips on Impactful Parents Academy. I am Oluwakemi Owolabi. Thank you for always standing by for our returning subscribers. And if you're a new subscriber, this is where we give parenting tips that can help parents to raise champions, that can help parents to know how to put their children on the right path. People call me the good moral, good upbringing advocate. And that's who I am. And I will help you to achieve that with your children. You are very much welcome. As we are saying, running to rescue your children from experiences that they need to learn from will make them weak, not strong. It will make them weak. So you don't have to run to rescue your children. Instead, you try to build them up so that they can be responsible. Today, we'll be discussing how to raise independent and responsible children. That is our focus for today. And the first thing that you have to do to raise independent children is that you must not do for your children what they can do for themselves. No, don't do for them what they can do for themselves. Allow them to try. Allow them to do things for themselves. Don't run to do everything for them. It's when they are doing things by themselves that they will gain experience about life. Another thing that you can do to raise independent and responsible children is by allowing your children to take decisions. Yes, let them take decisions. Don't take all the decisions for them. If they are asking you, Mommy, how should I do it? Daddy, how should I do it? You can use some prompting questions to make them to think so as to know the best decision to take. You can ask them, how do you think you should do it? If you do it in this way, do you think it will work out fine? Then they start thinking and processing in their mind. By so doing, they will be able to learn to take appropriate decisions. If you want to raise responsible children, don't get too upset when they make mistakes. Yes, the mistakes are there to make them to be better. Mistake is just like another teacher that is going to teach your child what to do. The mistake is just like a teacher. If the child makes a mistake, the child will start thinking of better ways of doing it. But when you don't want your child to make mistakes, you just want your child to be perfect, the child will not bother to try. Or if the child tries, the child will not be able to put in effort because the child will be worried that if they make mistakes, you will shout at them, you will be angry. They will not even want to try. Another thing that you should do to help your children to become independent and responsible is to let them set goals. Help them to set goals. Different goals that they want to achieve per time. It might be academic goals. It might even be household chores. Yes, you know, I always say that carrying out household chores help children to learn. These executive functions make them to learn independence and responsibility. So they can set some goals for themselves on how they will help within the home. They can set some goals on how they will excel academically. They can set goals on some other talents that they want to brush up by themselves. Help them to set goals. Then, when they now set these goals, let them know that their goals are achievable, that their plans are valid, that those things they want to achieve, if they set their minds to it, they will achieve it. It is important. They need you to boost their confidence. Help them to know that when they set their minds to it, they will achieve it. Another thing that they should do to achieve their goal is that they should plan ahead. It is important to plan. If you don't plan, then you are planning to fail. So, after setting your goals, the next thing you need to do is to make plans. Highlight those things that you will do to achieve the goals. That's how you train your children. Yes, honey, you are planning to get first position in school. What are the plans that you put together to be able to do so? Okay, you will read at this time, from this time to this time. You will reduce your screen time. These are plans. Now, when they now make these plans, they should put their minds on achieving it. They should make every attempt to achieve it. You want to raise independent children, celebrate their small wins. When they do something nice, when they are able to appreciate some milestones in their lives, celebrate them. If you don't celebrate them, they won't put in effort to do more. Then another thing that you should prevent if you want to raise independent children is that you must prevent overreacting. Any small thing you are already shouting, the child would not want to try new things because they are afraid that if they try and it doesn't work, you will shout at them. The most important thing you should do is to put so much confidence in them. Don't overreact. Even when they make a mistake, don't overreact. Just let them know what they have done wrong. Help them to highlight, problem solving, how to highlight what they should do right. Then, when they want to try it next time, they will try to do better. If you want to raise independent and responsible children, you have to encourage your children to try new things. Yes, they should not be stereotyped. They have to be dynamic in nature. They should try new things. They should try new ways of achieving what they have been doing before. When they are trying new things, they're exercising their brain and allowing their brain to function even optimally. If you really want your children to be responsible, forget perfection. What did I say? Forget perfection. Your child can't be perfect. Even you as a parent, you are not perfect. You are not perfect. Sometimes you make mistakes. So don't think about perfection and don't put perfection in the brain of your child. Just tell your child to be himself or herself, a natural self, his natural self, and try out new things. And whichever way it goes, that you will accept them like that. Let them know that no matter whatever happens to them, you will accept them like that. Then the most important factor to raise responsible and independent children is that you have to put confidence in your children. Encourage their capabilities. Let them know they can do it. Don't be the first one to say, you can go and sit down, you can't do it. Because there are times that the child will say, Mommy, let me help you to cut this thing in the kitchen. Let me help you to try. I say, is it you that they are calling? You can't even try it at your age. Go and sit down. No. Encourage their capabilities. Let them know that they are capable of anything that they set their minds to achieve. These things are important to raise independent and responsible children. If you really want to raise independent and responsible children, model the confidence that you want to instill in your children yourself. You want to instill confidence in your children. You want your children to know that they are capable of anything. Then, as a parent, as a dad, as a mom, show some confidence when you are doing some things. Don't be timid. Don't be worried about everything that it is so visible and obvious to your children that you are worried, that you are scared. They will be scared too. Show a lot of bravery and confidence in the presence of your children, and let them know that you are up to the task, and they too can be up to the task and achieve the task, because God has given them the potential to do so. Raising independent children is very, very important. By the time your child grows up, your child will look back and thank you for who he or she has turned out to become. But when you quickly run to help your children in every situation that they have, they will not learn how to do it by themselves. They will be dependent on you throughout their lifetime. They will even be married and still be dependent. I want to call my mommy. I want to call my daddy. They won't be able to take any decision on their own. So it is very risky to raise dependent children. You have to raise independent children. And the best way to do it is by allowing your children to try. As long as that thing is not a life-threatening situation, dear parents, please let your children try. Let them try out new things. Let them try to do some things on their own. When they can't do their homework, don't say, bring it, I will write out all the answers for you. No. The first thing you do is to encourage the child to think. How do you think you can do it? What kind of explanation did your teacher give you in school? Okay, from the explanation that your teacher gives you, let's try to solve it this way. Let's try to solve it this way. By the time you start saying that, the child will start thinking more. But immediately you take over and you allow the child not to think at all, not to do anything, you do everything for the child, you are putting the child at a risk, because the child will grow up to be a dependent adult. A dependent adult that will always depend on parents, friends, family, for colleagues, for everything that they need. They can't think on their own. They can't do anything on their own. That is not the best way to live. Dear parents, after today, I want you to start allowing your children to try. If this video is beneficial to you, please share with other parents that needs it, and subscribe to my channel always, so that whenever I publish amazing videos like this, you can always be notified. Thank you for listening.